Fuck. Welcome back, everybody. 100 proof.
We're here.
Whitetails.
I
made it back. Don't mind me. Just checking all the audios. Sounds good.
When you get them, did you have a beer?
Let everybody know, let us know that you guys are tuning in tonight. And Nate's going to give you the friendly reminder about our hat sale. Go.
So, we got the hat sale going on. We got these orange 100 proof Whitetails podcast. Got our embroidered medallion on them. We are selling them $20 a pop with a chance. If you buy a hat, obviously you get the hat and also a chance at this Rhino 100 ground blind.
Brand new in the box.
Giving that away with every hat purchase. I think we're down to like 10 or 12 hats left. So if you're interested in a hat and the chance at the ground blind, shoot us a PM or DM or whatever.
Give us a call, whatever, dude.
However it works out, and we'll do our best to meet up with you, try and line up with you and get your hat. I actually met up with a guy in Top's parking lot yesterday evening and sold him too.
Do a hat drug deal.
So Jason, we aren't giving out tickets. We're just going to take your name down and do a wheel spin after they all sell.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mark and...
So Jason's got 2 chances at the blind.
Yep, and then Mark and his son both got a hat. Caleb bought a hat. Yeah, we sold a few of them. We got a few of them. We got your names written down and stuff like that for you. So don't worry, we won't forget you. But the hats, dude, came in clutch today. Because I was showing a piece in Oswego County, and I got thinking, I'm like, it's rifle season right now up there.
Perfect. So you unload a few?
I asked them if they wanted to buy, and they're like, does it come with the property? I said, I will buy you that hat if you buy this property. Yes. Yes, they will come with the property. I guarantee you I will buy you a hat.
I'll throw the hat in.
100%. So they came in clutch today. So, yeah, and then my dad bought a hat. So, yeah. We got a few. I think we got like a dozen or 10 left or something like that right now with the ones that we've sold so far. So, doing good. So, and like I said, we're just keeping a little bit of money in the kitty to keep stuff
producing
going.
I think we're going to do ball caps and T-shirts next with the next order. Past 2 seasons, these embroidered net hats. We did what are they called?
Black beanie.
The beanies. We did the black beanies last year. A lot of people wanted the fold over brim, so we decided to do the orange one this year. But I think we're going to do ball caps and T-shirts.
Yeah, like leather patch or something maybe.
Probably next year.
Throwing some ideas around.
Yeah, we got a few leads on different things.
Yeah. So, first off, we got to start this episode off with one of our sit alerts. Yeah. For this weekend. I mean, not for you, but
not well.
You can come sit in a tree with me. You can come sit in a tree with me.
Hey, if I can get out, I'll come video you.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Well, you got a lot of ladder stands. I could just climb up the thing, slap my climber above you, and just roll.
Yeah, that or like throw the hang on above it or whatever.
What do you got, a Lone Wolf?
That Lone Wolf aluminum one is super light.
I could do some video on. I could go out and do patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Not really into that just yet.
He was limping.
Man, he was limping. We'll get into that story.
Yeah. Anyway, so also to start off the episode, Nate, if you guys haven't been following along, killed over on our permission piece, Sunday morning, and solid buck, 5th buck you saw that morning.
Yep, he came through at probably exactly I probably shot him at like 10 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah, like
'Cause I called you at
9:50 something, 9:58 maybe.
I
But it
called
was
you
close to
at
10,
what, like 10:03.
something like that. Because we were talking back and forth in the stand. You said you'd have been having a good morning. I had a bunch of does come through and a good buck. And I just was never really presented a shot. Didn't really say I could.
You
pass
almost
him.
killed.
I had a good buck come through. Yeah,
had a nice
same
one.
caliber.
Same caliber, probably around there.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool. I mean, we didn't really even know that this buck existed until I shot him and we found him, and then we pulled cards, and then we were following that one buck that you had. We were calling Flyer because
he's been all over. I'm not surprised we saw a flyer.
He had a little kicker off of his
he's got like
G2,
3 or 4 inch flyer off that side,
and then this guy's got a little kicker off his main beam
inside dagger point that he broke.
Dagger point here. And he did break one tine, which, looking at pictures, it's about identical to the G3 here.
Yeah, about the size same. Between his 2 and his 3 size.
But it would have been kicked inside a little bit, which kind of a little bit of a bummer. But
yeah, well, that's those inside points, dude. Rarely freaking last on deer because that's where they get freaking inside and twisted and stuff. But yeah, Dave comments says, "Congrats, Nate."
So nice. I get
to drink out of the turkey kill bottle.
I get to drink out of Ben's kill bottle. Jesse and Caleb did.
Yeah, they did. They were a little. They were like, "Oh, it's hot."
It's hot. Well, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's 116, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
So
cheers. Thanks. It was a fun buddy hunt. For sure,
dude. We got in.
It was actually fun going in the stand and actually hunting the same piece with somebody and actually being able to text back and forth because. Solitude is like the number one name of the game.
But it was cool, dude. I mean, we were sitting probably, I don't know what, maybe a quarter mile apart, like as the crow flies. And
somewhere in there.
Something like that. But like we saw, like neither of us saw the same buck.
I actually had a buck that we believe that I saw.
Yeah, he's probably a 4-year-old.
That came
after that photo.
Your side of the road.
From that direction, yeah. So either he kind of looped down through the open lawn-area-ish or came across the road from where I was and just came out of that swamp down on that side.
He didn't really have tall tines, but he was a big, heavy 8-point.
Oh, yeah. He's real heavy. Short tine, though.
I thought it was odd that he was the only buck that his neck was, like, actually, like, really swollen on.
Oh, his neck was, like... He's like
flared out.
Yeah, he's like
that dragon, that dinosaur that flares its things out?
Yeah.
And he spits poison at you.
Bigger in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what they're called.
Too, but they're on Jurassic Park.
Yep. Andy Hall says, "Congratulations, Nate."
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Andy. Andy, by the way, you're doing the official score again.
I was just going to say that Andy's going to be scoring.
Ben's going to do a rough score tonight, which is leading me into we are giving a hat away tonight. We're giving this hat away, sitting here,
and you still get a chance at the blind
bottle, and you still get a chance at the blind. And this is a giveaway. And if you're tuning in, just guess a score. I'll bring the buck up. I'll bring the antlers up here in a minute, closer to the camera. And Ben will give you one measurement off of them.
What measurement do we want to give them? Inside spread, beam length. What measurement do we want to give for the folks at home?
Let's do right beam.
Right beam.
We always do inside spread.
That's true.
I feel like it's always inside spread. Let's do right beam. And so just throw a guess out there, and whoever's closest will get you a hat.
Boom! Put the freaking thing right on the thing, so everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. I like that.
So, but thanks, Andy. Thanks, Dave. Hope you guys are having some success. If you're not having success, I hope you're having fun trying.
Yeah, like I said, right now I'm just letting stuff soak, and I am waiting for this cold front, dude. Like, it's setting up to be good. And that's the problem though right now is I got 1 year history on like every shooter that we got over there. And
which one do you want?
I don't know. Go to wherever Dad doesn't want to go. Let him have first choice.
That's nice. He does pay the taxes.
Yeah. Thank you, Dad. Matt Munson drops by. Matt says, Hey, Matt. So,
what's up, Matt?
right beam measurement for the first one for everybody. That's all you guys get tonight is the right beam, according to Nate.
And yeah, I honestly at this piece, me and Ben, what did we do? Go out. I think it was early August, wasn't it, when we set stands up? It was later.
Something like that. We took the kids. That was our picture when we took the kids with us.
Yeah. I had a few ladder stands I pulled off of the one property that I was no longer able to hunt, and we took them and we moved them over to that piece just because it was easy and they were already there. So loaded them up, and we went over there and got them set up. And I think that was the last card pull until we.
Other than a few miscellaneous ones when I've been over there doing
Yeah,
stuff.
but that was just like onesie twosie cameras. You didn't go do like that was like the last full card pull.
And we didn't do a full one the morning you killed that one either because we didn't go up to the ridge. There was no reason to. He didn't run that way. He ran down into the swamp.
And we had all we had were what do they call linemen? Like
my gosh,
nice guys up there. They were up there every day eating
smoking
lunch
cigs and right within 50 yards of one of our stands.
We had one guy come over. He was like staring into the camera, eating his bologna sandwich. Like, oh god,
yeah.
Well, at least they didn't steal it or mess with it too bad. I don't know. Maybe that's why we only got pictures of them. They went on there, checked all the pictures, and then deleted
all the good ones. We're up there with card readers. Yeah,
which yeah. We're all guys and we like to have fun, so I guess I can't blame them too much. That's what.
So, right beam measurement. 19.7/8.
19.7/8.
I think that's pretty much what the one was for Mark's kids bucked last time. That one we scored last show.
I think it was 20. He was in the 20.
Nope, that left side was 17. The right side was 21. That's what it was. So that's
your one measurement. The
right beam is
right beam. This guy right here, 19.7/8.
Yep. There we go. Save that, show that, and then we will edit this. 19.7/8.
Yeah, he's like a prop him up.
Right beam. Maybe we need to get like a display stand.
I should make one at work.
So there you go, guys. That's your one measurement toward the guess is 19.7/8, even though I'm going to need them for the rest of the scoring.
You want to finish scoring them?
Yeah, we can keep scoring them and keep talking. So
I guess I'll tell the story of the hunt while you're scoring.
I love that idea.
So yeah, we did last card pull, and there was a few nice bucks out there. That one that Ben saw that morning,
he was about the most regular.
Yeah, the most regular on camera. So the coin has spoken. Is the theme of the hunt. So me and Ben were going back and forth, and with the wind, out of the 3 stands we set up, we only had 2 options. The one stand on the ridge just wasn't even.
That's an east wind spot. It just wasn't a fit.
Which
good thing we didn't have an east wind because.
Oh yeah, hang on. They want me to hold it up before I.
Oh, Andy wants a good view of them.
So, all right, we'll hold it up. And they were. And we're doing growth score. We're not doing that.
Nuts are for fishies.
Nuts are for fishes. That's the broken tine there.
Yeah, which isn't going to score. We're going to score him as a 6x5 because I think both the base points are going to be.
And then he's got this little kicker up front here.
Yep. It's a good look at him. Nice up close.
Andy, is that good enough for you?
Yeah. Dave says 127.7/8. Dave.
So, me and Ben are going back and forth, and Ben's sitting there telling me, he goes, well, you pick the stand, man. He goes, I don't really care where I sit. I'm like, well, I don't really care where I sit. I said, I think it's kind of a whatever. Like, you never know what's going to happen,
If I get a message from Nate at I don't know.
So I took a video. I told Liza, I said, here, hold my phone, take a video of me. She goes, what for? And I'm like, just watch. So I went in my little coin jar and I grabbed a quarter, and Liza's recording and I go, Ben, if it's heads, you go to the bottom of the swamp. I said, if it's tails, you go to the yard swamp, which is top. It's up
It's
near
the higher
bottom
swamp.
of
It's
the
higher
higher
swamp.
swamp. It's up near kind of the edge of the property there, their yard. But which they have a 8-acre yard.
Yeah,
I mean we're not really hunting on top of the house.
Yeah,
but so I flipped it and it was heads. So Ben Messi goes, the coin has spoken. He goes, I'm going to the bottom swamp. I said, okay. So that's what we did. That was our game plan. He picked me up we had to swing by your parents to get your bow. So
my bow in my bag. Yeah,
your bow in your bag. So we left. You picked me up at what, 5:45?
Something like that. Yeah.
Swung over to your parents. We got there about 6:30. I think we were both in the stand by 6:45.
It was before daylight because
it was way well.
I got
daylight. I think a half hour before sunrise.
It was like 10 after 7 that morning or something.
Yeah, it was a little bit after 7. So we were in the stand about 6:45. Ben said he got in clean. He didn't bump nothing. I bumped one on my way in. But we got in the stand, and of course, Ben, when I ask him if he's seen anything, he never tells me about does. It's like, he's like, yeah, I've seen a couple, even though he already saw like
9
does. I'm like, well, I'm talking deer. I'm not talking bucks. But either way, so we're messaging back and forth a little bit, and probably within the first half hour, I had a spike horn come in behind me. And we both forgot our rattling antlers, of course.
Great frosty morning, dude.
Great frosty
quiet,
morning.
But not too quiet.
Yeah, it would have been great to rattle. But I had that one come in. Then I had, it was like a 6-point come downwind, and he caught my wind. The spike horn didn't, but that 6-point caught my wind, and he was kind of standing there staring over in my direction. He didn't blow or anything, but he did do like a couple little bounds and then scurry off up the ridge. And then it was probably 8:30. No, probably like 9, 8:45. That heavy 8-point came through.
Yeah, you said you had a big buck.
Yeah, Ben sent me a video of the buck he had going on down there, that flyer buck. And
working a scrape and a couple other things.
He's got some cool videos, which we're gonna have all that on our
little reel for the year.
I don't know how great it's gonna turn out, but we're gonna put something together. But I messaged Ben. I said, good buck just came through. I said I couldn't grunt him down the ridge. I said the snortweeds got him to stop and look. I said, but he just kept moving. Ben's like, well, he might circle around, hang out.
Because I've had that happen, dude. Instead of like blowing out your reed on your grunt call at a deer, I've had the biggest buck that I've ever missed as well. The biggest 8 I've ever had in front of me. Mm-hmm. I grunted to him, and he just kept going. Same thing. I picked his head up, turned his ears, and then kept walking. 20 minutes later, he circled right back and came back through.
Yeah. Tried getting maybe a little downwindy to get a little sense.
Yeah, he was already checking out what was going on with a couple bucks chasing doe, so I think he was checking that out first before. Can't quite compete with the real deal, but anyway, he tried to gun him down, didn't happen.
He moved up through. We got to about 9:45. Ben messaged me. He says it's been pretty slow here for about
an hour.
Hour and a half. He goes, how long are you thinking about sitting? I was like, well, and then the 4th buck came through.
Because we were going to set a different farm that night.
Yeah, we were going to go set up somewhere else. And I was like, well, I just had one come through. I said, I don't really know how big he was. I said, he definitely wasn't as big as the 3rd one that came through about 10 minutes ago. I said, let's at least give it till 10:30, see what happens. So Ben says, all right. And I'm sitting in the stand, and I catch a little movement out of my peripherals in my left eye, and I see a deer moving down the ridge through some thick brush, and kind of looking at him, and he picks his head up a little bit, and I'm like, all right, he's got antlers. Well, he don't look too bad. And he got a little closer, and there's a mowed trail that goes down in front of that stand, probably about, I don't know, 18 yards in front of it.
You're welcome.
And he was coming right down to it. I was like, all right. So I grabbed my bow, and once he got to that trail, I got a pretty good look at him because he turned and he walked down the trail maybe 5 yards, and then he turned and started headed south again. And once he turned and I kind of got a good look at his frame and everything, I'm like, all right, I said, I'm going to shoot this one. And he walked into a shooting lane.
The last one we trimmed that day.
The last shooting lane we trimmed, he was about 35 yards. And he was at a pretty steady walk. He wasn't just milling around, you know.
I think he was going back to bed in that swamp where he died, dude, honestly. Because we found a couple big beds right by where he died.
Yeah, he was on a mission somewhere. And instead of doing just a meh, kind of yelled at him. I was like, meh.
You had one hole. I mean, it was a little hole between like the branches of this walnut tree. It was a hell of a shot, too.
Shot. I got him to stop where I wanted, and his head was behind a tree when he was looking my way, and I was already drawn back, and put the pin on him and let her fly. And I knew I hit him because he kind of reared back and went back to the trail and ran out to the west. And I could see the arrow in him, and I could see blood and everything. But I thought I was a little high and back. But yeah, that was how it all happened. And
it was like 15 minutes after we talked about climbing down.
Yeah, Ben matched me at 9:45. I shot him pretty much right at 10. And after I shot him, I knew the arrow was in him, and I knew it was a decent shot. I knew he was gonna die on the shot. I just wasn't sure until I actually got my eyes on some blood. But called Eliza, called Ben, told him I shot one, and told Ben to just still sit till 10:30. We had some cards down there that I was gonna pull and check out, and then I was gonna go look at blood. So that's what I did. And Ben, he couldn't help himself; he was too excited. So
I think I beat you to where you're like, is that you I'm looking at right now?
Yeah, I thought someone was messing with our truck. I was like, what was that? And then I seen
you at the truck.
But yeah, got down. It was painted red, the ground. So I had
one of the best blood trails I've ever been on, dude.
I was pretty confident we were gonna find them. I mean, it was pumping blood. It was like someone took a paint can and just was pouring it as they were walking. Really.
So give your broadhead a shout out.
Yeah, my
with your dental thing.
My Knapp Spitfire dental edition. Dental edition is not patented. That is a trick of my own. I love the Knapp Spitfire broadheads. It's 3-blade expandable. My uncle turned them on to me way back, and I tried Rage. I tried other things. I always end up going back to them. But I've always been worried that their little cam lock design on the thing, it's got like a little nipple that holds the blades in. And as you replace them, I feel like it gets a little worn and they get a little loose in there, and there's a little play. So I went out and I bought some 3/16 dental rubber bands that they put on braces, and I rolled that up over the 3 blades. So I'm guaranteed that they're not going to open on flight.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked pretty good.
Yeah, opened right up. Wound channel was good. I think.
What
Ian say? Did you hit him with a hatchet?
Yeah.
I think it was the front side because you hit him a little bit quarter in two, and it opened him up.
I could send you the pictures of the first blood.
Yeah,
and we can pull it up. But
yeah, it was great blood, dude.
Yeah, so that's phenomenal. My Knapp Spitfire Dental Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to use that. But yeah, I don't know. Then I met up with Ben. It was probably what? I mean, he probably ran with his little zigzag thing, maybe 100 yards. You think? Not even. As the crow flies, definitely not.
No, definitely not as the crow flies. Because he kind of made like a loop. Yeah, kind of made a little loop. I think the deer
75.
But when I was walking toward you, I had to walk down this little section of road, and I actually, from the road, you could see where he laid, pretty close to it. And I was like, I think that's a deer, but I couldn't see his rack. I could just see like the top of his back because he was kind of down in this little dip of this swamp, by some open water. And I was like, man, I think that's a deer, but I'm like, I'm not entirely sure on that. So, and it ended up being him. But yeah, I'm just trying to add up all these eighths measurements, make sure I got them all.
And so yeah, we tracked him down. I think we found him in within 4-5 minutes.
5 minute total track from the hugging to the freaking hugging.
As he ran towards the swamp, he was half in water, half out water when we found him.
Yeah,
that kind of sucked, but yeah, it was cool. It was awesome. I honestly couldn't be happier.
No, dude,
I mean, I could be happier if he was like 160, but
I don't know. I don't know.
I can't complain one bit. I'm tickled that it actually worked on our first hunt out on that property. The way we set it up,
without any real improvements. I mean,
we didn't really do anything besides just look at the lay of the land and what we had to hunt and
scouted it. And next year, we've already talked about some of the stuff we're gonna.
Yeah, we look to improve on it as long as we still have it next year. It's kind of a year-to-year thing.
Yeah, and we're not going to dump a ton of investment of time and stuff into it.
I don't really know if we need to, but
no, I don't think we need to either.
Definitely could tweak it.
I mean, there's always something. I like playing with shit,
but yeah, it's always fun to mess around and see the results of it.
See if we can put in a couple. I think a couple plots next year, dude, with some. Because I think the corn bean rotation is gonna go back to beans, so definitely
sounds like the landowner might be doing some gun hunting out there next year.
Yeah, no bow. He's bow only.
Oh, he wants the bow.
Bow only. Doesn't want to gun hunt.
All right.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
But his big thing was he hasn't done it the last 2 years. He got his bow course, but he's just like I haven't. He bought a bow, everything. But he's like, I think he went over to Heritage, got his bow too. So shout out to the Heritage guys for hooking him up.
Highly recommend them guys, the Price Boys.
Mm-hmm.
They do a good job.
He's like, I haven't shot it enough to do the animal justice. And I'm like, gotta respect the dude.
Yeah,
First time hunter, nobody in his family really hunts.
Yeah.
You know, a couple of his kind of in-laws hunt or whatever, but you know, it's a nice piece, and hopefully we just keep a good relationship. We, help them, learn how to hunt too, because that's all brand new to them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it'll be a good relationship.
So we got some guesses coming in,
yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story there. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And Ben, me fist pumping, and then Ben coming over, and it was fun to actually get the job done with a buddy there, instead of shooting one, calling a buddy, and waiting for him to show up and giving the deer a little time.
I know,
and then you go
it took me a long time to walk. I get it.
Yeah,
it took forever for me to get there.
It was actually a lot of fun. A little more camaraderie, I guess, involved in it besides just text messaging.
A little bit of that deer camp feel,
Yeah, which seems like a lot of that is lacking in a lot of hunts. Andy said, "Hold it up, David Todd. Let me know. Let me know when you got the total."
Yeah, the unofficial Ben score is in.
So the unofficial. This is obviously not dried. So I'll read the scores off to you as we go. I'll go down the comments. David Todd says 121 or 127 and 7/8. Brian is at 117.
So
Brian saw him in person.
Are we?
Hang on. No.
Are we doing closest without going over, or is it just closest period?
I think closest period.
Closest period. Okay.
Andy's at 122. Mark Rasmussen is 123 and 5/8. I like it when people throw the 8s in there.
Yep, got to throw the 8s.
Hannah's at 121.
Yep.
Bo 115. He's sticking with that 115. Remember last with the?
I think that's what he said on Jacob's puck too.
Yeah, well that's what he said 115.
Yep.
And then Jacob busted his balls about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you go shoot a.
You're gonna go shoot a 115. I got 130.
I don't think he shot a buck.
Shanna always wins on our stuff. She's at 121. So we got 2 121s, and Hannah
was first.
Hannah was first. So Shanna, we need another number. Diana Colgrove says, "Good job, Nate. Looked awesome." That's Sam's mom.
Sam's mom. Yep.
It might be her dad. I think they share a Facebook.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
Diana
and Mark Colgrove. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and thank you. Score of the buck 115. Score of Nate's outfit perfect 10. Yeah, you like that? You like
Huntworth.
that? Man, it looks good, that Huntworth, I tell you. Thanks, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Upstate hunting 119 and 3/8.
Caleb.
That's
Caleb Shoemaker.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Like Caleb,
which he's coming on a future episode.
Yeah,
tell the story of his stuff.
He shot a slammer.
Yeah, the one that I tracked.
I saw it at Perez's. That's a hell of a buck.
Yeah.
What do you rough score that one? 151.
I haven't yet.
You haven't?
I haven't taped that one yet.
Oh.
No, the one I rough scored was Mason's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Shanna comes in at 120 and 5/8.
Gotcha.
So we gonna talk a little more, or do you just want to throw it out? We're a half hour in. Give it a little time.
Want to leave everybody guessing? Let a couple more people throw some guesses in. I got it tallied up, so we can do it whenever. We can talk a little bit more, but
we'll give it like 10, 15 more minutes.
Yep. So this front dude blowing in is what you live for, dude. Right now, like if you've been a little bit down on this season, you've been getting your teeth kicked in a little bit, stuff like that. Like this front is the one where it could turn everything around, and this is the front, dude, where I'm sitting till probably at least 11 o'clock, maybe noon. I'll climb down for an hour, grab a drink, maybe use the facilities, and then I'm back out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've killed a lot of good bucks down here in that early rut time frame, 10 to 2 cruising.
10 to 2.
10 to 2. I've killed a lot of bucks 10 to 2. Outlaw was a 10 to 2 buck. Your buck was 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock cruiser. Bud was a 10 o'clock buck. Y-buck, I'm going down the line. Y-buck was a 10 o'clock or later buck. The 10 point next to Baby 10 was that kind of time frame. George was that time frame. My Big 10, I shot him at like quarter to noon. And they were running a hot ass doe that morning. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was actually a 10 to 2 buck. Yeah. So, I mean, almost half my deer I've killed in that early rut time frame or pre-rut 10 to 2.
Definitely the longer sits right now are going to pay off.
Because I think what happens, especially in that 10 to 2, if you're sitting between, especially like
handling all day, or good God.
Yeah, that's why I like getting down, and usually I'm shifting closer to food sources. In the morning, I'm almost getting kind of close to bedding or between 2 beddings, and I want to catch that buck cruising between 2 bedding areas or multiple bedding areas.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting just on the downwind side of a bedding.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might not see hardly any deer until I'm seeing bucks cruising, like downwind of it or going into it, coming out of it, like they've been in there checking it physically. So that's typically how I hunt this. The pre-rut, like if I was getting good weather right now, I'd be hunting these last couple days. But
so you're getting a lot of them cruisers right now because of the pre-rut, them seeking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what time of year do you think that cruising midday really starts to kind of die off?
For us, it's around the 7th. Like we almost go into a lockdown.
I was going to say the 5th. Yeah.
From our piece, historically, from about the 7th to the 14th, give or take, that week or so, 5 days to a week.
They call it lockdown.
Yeah, that's where most of our does came into estrus into that time frame window. And unless you catch them going between a doe, we'll lose a buck for like 3 days on camera. And then he'll show up like right at the same exact camera, and he'll be all over, in that area. So he definitely locked in hard with a deer. And I had a buck a few years back that I chased specifically on a doe 2 straight days. I don't know if it was the same doe he was with, but I saw this buck specifically almost locked with this doe. I hunted the stand 3 times out of 4 available sets and saw him every time with this doe, and they just never came within range. It worked
And they
within
don't
about
move.
60 yards.
And the hard part about that part of the season coming up in the next week, after a week and a half, is going to be you almost have to hunt the doe's pattern because the buck is just going where the doe beds, the buck's just bedding next to her.
Yeah, your food pattern, your early season pattern.
He's going to get up and follow her. He's not cruising looking for one anymore. He's just hanging out.
No, that food pattern you had him on, the acorn pattern, any of that stuff, unless you got doe on that pattern, which if you've been keeping off your property, letting it, not get pressured, and those deer are going to those food sources actively like every day or every night. Mm-hmm. The evenings can be great, but the bedding areas that they transition to back in the morning, if those are consistent because of the foods being consistent and non-pressured, it just opens it up for being lights out. So areas that like you've seen, through your observations this early season, deer going to and from, a spot going back into bed in the morning. If you've been sitting a couple of these morning sits these last, week, 10 days when we had that first sit alert, is great. Keeping a mental note about where those does are going back into bed in the morning is huge for right now. And then the evening food where you see them going to the evening when they get up out of bed, or, if you're sitting, observation over a food plot, something like that. A lot of corn coming off. I was out showing some ground today all over, and there was a ton of corn coming off.
A lot of corn.
With this dry, warm weather. Got the moisture content down on stuff, and they were peeling it off everywhere. So that's going to open up, a lot less cover too.
Yeah. James comes in 118.3/8.
118.3/8.
James is a coworker of mine.
So if somebody guesses it right on the nose, we'll give it to you when it comes in. And nobody's there yet.
No one's there yet.
Nobody's there yet. There's some good ones. There's some really good ones, but nobody's there quite yet.
Anybody close?
There's a couple really close ones. There's a couple real close ones. But, yep. So, reminder to everybody tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, James.
Yep. Thank you. And if you guys haven't been reading the screen, if you're like listening to this or whatever, we're giving away a hat tonight. And with that hat, you get a chance at the Rhino 100 ground blind.
You can kind of see it in the bottom.
Yep. Little Rhino on the corner. Unaffiliated.
Unaffiliated. It wasn't donated.
No, not yet.
Anything
anyway.
we give away comes out of our own pockets. We're not sponsored in any way.
Nope. Nope. Like
maybe someday. I don't know.
Like I said, we're thankful for the folks tuning in, and if you guys are supporting
I'm really working on Huntworth.
Yep.
Really trying to get him to sponsor me. Was that Runnings?
I think Runnings is who carries Huntworth. Yeah. But yeah, dude, other than that, I've been grinding these last 2-3 days, showing a bunch of ground. I was on a 615-acre piece listing that we have right now in Oswego County. That was gorgeous. And luckily I had some orange hats in the truck because it's rifle season up there where that property is. So
yeah,
I handed these guys these knit hats. They look at me all puzzled. I'm like, it's rifle season up here, boys, right now. Yeah. They're like, oh. I didn't even think of that. And I said, yeah. I said, I didn't think of it either until I'm sitting here in the truck waiting for you guys. And I'm like, I think it's rifle season up here. Like, I knew it was at least muzzleloader up there for the northern zone.
Yeah, muzzleloader was actually a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that opens up in October, like early October. Yeah, that northern zone stuff. So,
because we went up there, I think the second weekend in October. Me and Eliza and Owen, we went up there for a day trip.
Yeah, you were up
the
there.
whole forge, and there was, I believe it was muzzleloader then. I was actually shocked the amount of hunters that were back at the Adirondack State Park.
A lot of guys, dude. A lot of guys like that early muzzleloader and that, that early rifle up there.
It'd be fun to do.
Yep. I know a couple guys that go up and
hunt seen
that.
The road we were staying at. I seen one deer hanging. Looked like a doe.
Yep. Dave said, I found some Huntworth clothing at Walmart before.
Perfect.
Walmart.
That's what I do.
It's going to be the new logo over there by the turkey fan. It's
James
Walmart.
James can contest to this. We work at the same company. I mean, we can't afford all that expensive stuff.
No. Yeah, they barely give you enough vacation time to hunt every year. Bo with the open season reminder. Also with this cold front, crossbow opens November 2nd.
I know last year, I believe it was the crossbow opener. The number one buck I was chasing got whacked.
That big 8, yeah. That was a tank.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
What did he come back at? 137, 138?
I think he was like 138 and 6 or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
But his inside spread and his beams were...
The frame, yeah. The frame he had carrying. His brows weren't that
He looked like a mule deer. He looked like a 4x4 mule deer.
Yeah. Yeah, based on his
cool,
little brows. Yeah. But yeah. No, we've been very fortunate, dude. I've had some good hunts. I saw Dono the other night again on the 1-year rule, going up in there to hunt him.
That's your guy.
Yeah, I think that might be the guy I end up running into this year. I got looking back at it, dude. I have like videos on my phone that pop up on my memories, and I forgot when Dono 2 years ago, when I got that shed over there, I forgot that I passed that buck he was almost going to be the first buck I killed with my pistol. It was the first year I was carrying it, and I almost shot him with the pistol that year.
And he's still alive.
And he's still kicking. And I was like, man, I think he's a 3-year-old. And then last year I was like, I still think he's a 3-year-old. And like this year I'm like, you're still not growing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's one of them bucks that don't put on a lot of inches.
Like he doesn't, and his neck's not really overly swole either. But it's definitely the same deer. Like there's no denying that it's Dono. Like the frame, and other than his wonky side now, but the frame on his right side.
I mean, I think deer. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, you got to look at specific characteristics, like how the throat comes down into the brisket, and shoulder size compared to
hind
quarter size. You got to kind of compare that stuff. Head length. On bucks that can vary, but on does it's pretty consistent. If they got a long head, it's
a mature doe. Yeah.
Bucks can actually have shorter snouts. You'll get that little like chrome short nosed looking dude every once in a while. But deer just like humans, man. I mean, you can have a 75-year-old guy that's 165 pounds. He don't gain weight just because he's older.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of got to look specifically at different characteristics if you're actually hunting for age. And it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, no, especially if it's a buck that you don't have history with or something like that.
How many deer were we looking at? Was it yesterday me and Owen stopped?
Yeah.
Or the day before?
Between all the farms and stuff.
And we're looking at them all, and just the body size just seemed to be a little consistent with like each area you're in. There's one area where they just kind of seemed...
all lean
and long-legged.
And even some of the same bucks that they didn't really change body sizes.
And then you look at like, you try and compare like antler size to them, and it was like, well, this guy has mass, this guy really doesn't, but the body's still
kind of comparable.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, I think
they're still they're their own individuals. Just like humans. I think they all vary a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Has Ben going out to the crossbow opener? Sure, Ambo. I will definitely be out there on November 2nd.
Yes, he's going.
That morning on November 2nd, 100%.
He's going, but I think he's carrying...
Yeah, the Hoyt's coming, dude.
I think he's carrying the compound.
Yeah, I'm not running the crossbow. Come on now.
You razzed him so much about that. He sold it. He sold it. He didn't want any part of it.
It's gone.
He's so upset about it.
Yep. You got it. Yeah. So yes, I'll be out for the crossbow opener, and I'll be out there with my vertical bow. I'm not a purist. I'm not out there with an actual like stick and string or a spear, but I'll carry the Hoyt.
I mean, the closest guy I know would be Jesse and his dad.
Yeah, fingers, no sight.
But they still shoot compound.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Shooting fingers with a 70-pound draw is...
Yeah, Bo better wear that orange hat. Yeah, you better believe it. Gotta pick me off from 100 fucking yards.
Oh, yeah. 100, 150 with a crossbow I hear they're shooting now.
Yeah, meet your new rifle, I think, was one of the slogans I heard, dude, on the freaking magazine ad for it. I'm serious. That was the slogan on it. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I bet people are going to buy it just for that because they can shoot long. They think they can shoot farther.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's still archery equipment, dude. Like you said, 35 is the longest you shot a deer with your bow.
Yeah.
My longest I shot a doe at 40 one time. And The rest of them have been pretty much 32, I think, or less. No, I shot Hornet at 34, but he was in that field coming out. That's the only buck I've ever killed. So I talked to a guy about that today on the property. The only buck I've ever killed on food was Hornet, like early season on food.
I was gonna say you shot St. Patrick with the pistol.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I shot both my bucks on food that year, but that was it. I mean, that's really it. The rest of them have been pre-rut, or yeah, they've all been pre-rut. Shot him under an apple tree, so I guess that's on food. But shot him over a corn pile.
Shot that one over a corn pile.
Anybody get that joke? No.
With his crossbow.
Yeah. Now that I said that, everybody's gonna turn me on. DC's gonna be knocking down here. Yeah, so I guess I did shoot 2 over food because I guess St. Patrick, even though I didn't shoot him in the food plot, I passed him in the food plot with the rifle until he came down the ridge, cruising away from the plot after that, kind of when I shot him. So I guess you're right. He was eating in the food plot when I sent you the picture, and you're like, "You gonna kill that deer or what?" I said, "He comes in here with the pistol," and then about 20 minutes later, I called Nate. I freaking killed him with the pistol. Yeah. And then Nate calls me about 10 minutes later. I just killed a buck with my rifle. Bang, bang. Yeah, that was a good year, dude. Killed freaking 4 bucks in 3 days.
Yeah.
That year. That was great. On what, back-to-back sit alerts?
Yeah.
So, did see some good ones go down with this last front, dude. We definitely had some good ones hit the ground. But there was a lot of good ones go down early, dude. We had some nice little bump fronts in there. You know,
first week of October was
was pretty lights out. The food pattern, and then we hit that nice front for youth weekend, and a big deer died on youth weekend. A lot of good deer.
A lot of big deer.
Yeah, a lot of big deer died. Dave says, my longest bow kill is 41 yards 25 years ago. I swear it looked like it took 5 seconds to get to the deer.
Yeah.
It's a little different with the technology now, but yeah, 25 years ago.
25 years ago when you were shooting those 3/8 diameter aluminum shafts.
With probably the metal brass pins for the range pins.
With your Golden Eagle.
Or Oneida Eagles with the recurved limbs and stuff. Who knows what he was? Or a bear, maybe he shot a bear. It was bear, Oneida Eagle, the Golden Eagles. There was Hoyt. Hoyt was just coming onto the scene. Some guys were running those, but a lot of guys were running like bears and Golden Eagles for the most part. That I remember back then. My dad was always running bears. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. Those arrows did not move fast.
No, heavy. XX75. So Oneida Eagle. I knew it. Recurve limbs.
Oneida Eagle.
Now everybody uses them for bow fishing rigs. Everybody loves those for bow fishing bows.
Bow fishing. Yeah.
But all right, 48 minutes in. It's 8 o'clock. Want to give the deer the hat away?
Yeah, let's give it a hat away.
Last call. Give everybody one last look on a close up.
Sure.
Hold them way out there. Make them look bigger. Hold the arms out there. Make them look bigger. So, and your bonus measurement that you guys get is 19 7/8 on that good old right beam.
Does upside down help you guys?
That might help. I think.
Maybe.
Water displacement. Damon comments in, so we did get one more entry. 121 is not the right answer. Sorry. Bummer. So, closest to the pin. Oh, Bo says, I didn't see that extra little kicker at the base.
I pointed it out.
I guess it's 115. He's got 2 kickers. What are you talking about? He's got one on the outside.
I know.
He's got one at the base.
I know. I pointed it out.
Look at how everybody.
Flying in. Casey Brown.
123 and an eighth.
Thanks for tuning in, Casey.
Yeah.
Haven't heard from him in a long time.
Yeah. So, we got to go up through these. Let's see what we got. Bo, did you put a note?
Top. We got congrats, Nate. Then they started coming in.
All right. So, let's look at this. We got. Go down through these. I'm just going to write the closest one and then cross it off if it's not closest.
All right, we got David Todd, 127, 7/8.
117, 122, 121, 123, 5, 115, 121. Bo was 115 again. Outfit 10 though. He's gonna get bonus points for that.
Yeah.
119 and 3/8, 125 eighths. Trying to see if any of these are closer. I don't think so.
21, 116.
Let's see what we got. Alex says 124. Casey says 123. A lot of guys going to that low 120 mark.
Yeah.
So when we looked at them, so I guess
it's hard over the camera.
It's hard over the camera. So
a lot of them in your hands.
We have. So what is it, Bo? Is it 116? Did you count the second kicker, Bo? Did you see the one on the outside too? Do you want to change your score one last time?
I think you saw that one.
There's an outside kicker and a base kicker. Both of them measured over an inch.
And the turkey fan? Oh, you see it in the turkey fan over there?
Yep. Both of them measured over an inch. So you sticking with your 116, guys?
116.
116 is what he's thinking? Okay. So, any other comments? Going once. Going twice. I'm going to finish this beer, and then we're going to...
117, final score.
we already have a 117.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, my dad guessed 117.
Oh.
All right. Finish my beer. The answer is... Another beer.
Another beer. Jesus, you're making them sweat.
Of course I am.
Guys,
it's your money, right? We're giving your head away on your money.
Yeah. We got
Nate's feeling generous. He's tagged out. So the answer was, and now we got to decide how to do this because we had two 117s and 117 is the closest guess. With my dad and Bo both going 117. I'll tell you what, Bo. Guess what? If you didn't change it, you would have won, flat out, because it was 116 and 3/8. So he would have been closest. But since it went down between my dad and Bo.
Where's your dad?
That was right back in the beginning.
There he is. Well, 117.
Yep.
Right there.
So, because my dad already bought a hat, thank you, Dad.
Still, this is actually perfect. The coin
will speak.
The coin has spoken between Bo and...
Now I gotta go get a coin.
This is perfect. This is the way it should end. That's how it started. That's how it started.
Yeah. So retell the coin part for folks that missed
it. David says, "Shit, I forgot everything looks bigger on TV." Yeah.
Realtree said that dinner was 142.
Who?
Realtree Road Trips.
Did they?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just busting.
Drury Brothers came in at 170.
We're just playing.
Yeah. Don't
We're
hate
just
me.
poking fun.
Please, Mark and Terry, invite me out for a hunt.
I think that's Bomar's 20th 200 incher right there.
Yeah, this is definitely Bomar's
20th 200 inch.
Well, I don't know. Can he afford to hunt after he burned his truck up?
Twice?
Well,
no, he burnt one and they flipped one. I don't know, dude. I swear to God, he's just doing it now for clickbait. I was just like, what the heck?
Whoever, I only want the hat if Nate autographs it. Oh, I'll autograph it. Hell yeah.
All right. I forgot everything looks bigger on TV. I missed that comment. Good show, Dave.
So, whoever comments in first, Bo or Brian,
you get to call it
heads or tails. First. And that'll be it. And then we'll get you guys your hat.
Yep. Whoever comments in first with what they want to call, you get a chance to call it. So it's between Bo and Brian.
What do they do?
Heads.
Bo says calls heads. All right, here it goes.
We're going to flip it and take a picture of it. We're going to even hold you guys freaking...
I'll do it in front of you. Ready? Here we go. Caught. Flip. It's heads.
Heads. With your shiny New York quarter.
Congratulations. New York.
I think it was a New York one I grabbed, wasn't it?
You want Ben to autograph it if he signs Crossbow Ben?
Expo Ben.
Expo Ben.
We need your address, Bo. I think we got to send him a bottle of liquor, too, that he won. Or no, it's this one that we keep drinking. And you told us to keep it. Keep it at the bar and keep drinking it, I think. Bo wins.
Bo's a winner.
So even if you were joking, it's too late now, Bo, because we're already signing it.
It's already signed.
You want Crossbow Ben on there too?
Yeah. You want Crossbow Ben on there?
Expo with
First time ever someone asked me an autograph something. Bo, you are making my dreams come true tonight.
Yep.
Expo Ben. I love it. At least when he looks at it, he can get a good laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Bo, how's the hunting going anyways? You said you're going to State Land there last Thursday.
Apparently, you just got to draw really light and it holds better.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. Well, too bad if you didn't want it, Bo. You got it anyway. So send us your address. And there you go. Everybody can see our signatures on it.
Look, it even says...
Tagged out. Public land, Bo says.
Wait a minute. On Thursday? Last Thursday? See, it says Expo Ben.
Yep.
Because I remember he said all he saw was a squirrel on our sit alert, and he says, I'm going public.
Yep. Bo says, heading to Pennsylvania this weekend. Attaboy.
Attaboy. Someday I'm
Congrats,
gonna
Bo. You shot yourself a
time to
deer,
do that.
and you won yourself a hat. Thursday.
He did it. He did it. Attaboy, Bo.
So, and if you didn't notice, I did sign it. Crossbow Ben with a little heart for you. If I'd have known how to draw like a crossbow on it or whatever for like the heart, I would have. That's a reversed limb crossbow.
That's
That's
a
what
heart?
that. Yeah.
Kind of looks like a deer foot.
Yeah, whatever. Deerfoot, heart, whatever. But yeah, awesome hunt, Bo. Thank you. Yeah, we can.
Good for you, Bo. Someday, I'm gonna be able to kill a New York buck and then just go to PA or Ohio or somewhere and buy another tag and hunt.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I know, but I don't have time. I don't have the PTO. I don't have.
Kids have a way of
I
complicating.
have I have a 2-year-old at home. Maybe Owen will just do that with me.
So I think you only have to be like 10 in PA to hunt. You can bring them with you.
I have to load Liza up in the RV and
We joked that I would take Nora out on youth weekend, shoot a deer with a rifle, and then put her behind it and be like, my first deer.
hold on.
7 months old.
So what do we got? We got a few minutes left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send
sure
you
do.
the picture of the blood trail, and then I think you should put the picture of Nora next to my buck.
Oh, the smiling one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just her and the buck and the pumpkins.
Yep.
That was cool.
That was a nice post. And
I
then
like-
we got
I
a
like
nice
that
one of you
picture.
and Liza with it.
Me, Liza, and a wee.
Mm-hmm. We'll throw a couple pictures up for you guys. And we do have some other ones. We're going to do a photo dump of like some of the ones that we got with like Nate with the deer. And, you know, if you guys saw the story, you saw the one of him like laying in the canary grass and stuff, which I thought was I thought that was a really cool picture.
Yeah, I like that. We'll
The
do
teaser picture.
We'll probably do like a end of bow season recap.
Photo dump
Post or whatever.
Yeah, before gun season.
But here I'll send you.
You see, my wife sent me that one because my wife took the pictures of Nora with my buddy's deer because I can't shoot a deer. You know. Where's my? Can't remember where Hannah sent that to me. Oh yeah, I found it. Okay.
Do you need it on Facebook?
Would be easier.
All right.
It'd be cooler if you did.
Send it to you.
It'd be a lot cooler. If you
But,
did.
Yeah. So that's
What the
what's
heck?
going on.
Did Hannah take those pictures with my phone or with her phone? I can't find them now.
I think it might have been with her phone. You can make a post with it or something.
Yeah.
Do the blood trail. But what was the other thing I wanted to touch on? Was there something else? So what did this time measure? Because if you add that, that's what he would have been if he wasn't broken.
Oh, Jesus. Now we're going to put a would have been.
That's your name.
Would have been. Expo Ben.
Expo Ben. Would
Would
have
have
been.
Could have been.
Could have been. Should have been.
Bend over Ben.
Over Ben. Nah,
left one was, see, there's his brow font too. So 4 4/8.
So you would have broke 120.
Yep.
If you had that other.
Yep. You would have. Would have broke the 120 mark.
There it is. First blood. That was what?
Hold on, I gotta work it up.
That was what, 6 feet from
Yeah, it wasn't even, dude.
not even.
Oh, that was the other thing, dude. We never found your arrow.
I could have swore he ran off with it in him, but then we found an exit hole.
Yeah. So there you go.
There it is.
I mean, if you can see that, it might not be that good. Anyway, I hope you guys could hear us with that because I forgot that it usually cuts the audio out during that. So hopefully
1,415 years to wait. LOL. James, have a good night.
I think he meant 14 to 15 years.
Oh yeah.
Forgot the little dash in there.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Holds bow. No.
No.
But James, have a good night, man. Yeah, James is on overtime there.
Yeah, James. Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
James, you want a hat or a shot at
Yeah. So Andy's right. Yeah. So we got to figure out how to do that with the audio, that they can hear us.
Oh,
that's what I do. I just got to hit that. Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, we were talking during that when we switched the screen over about like how cute Nora's hair was. There's a little tab down here for what we're looking at that I can hit the mute button on that. So actually so we know in the future, let's retry it.
If you hit mute, so they can hear us.
If you guys can hear us right now, we're playing the video and we should be able to talk with it now.
Yeah. So
and let us know.
Let us know.
We're just giving it a dry run.
That would help us.
Now that everyone's like, we can't hear you.
Yeah. They all went to bed.
Yep, everybody left. So, Bo, also, you gotta have your address.
Split screen.
Perfect.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
We just got to hit the little mute button. Just got to remember that. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
Thank you, viewers at home.
Yeah, thanks for your help. Now we found Dan tuning in last minute.
You're good.
You're good. Thanks, Dan.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody. We got to figure it out.
All right, we figured that out.
So my sister had to fix our audio. Everybody at home helped us troubleshoot our audio issues with share screen.
We're tech illiterate.
We're working on it. We're getting better.
Like I said, like this whole season 1 thing.
And this is episode 47. We're starting to figure it out finally.
It's gonna be rough. Man.
By episode 50, we might have it good.
Maybe. But
yeah,
well, we're at that 1 hour 5 minute mark. I think it's good.
Yeah. So, and thank you guys for supporting us for almost 50 episodes. We're closing in on that 50. Let's figure out what we're gonna do for the 50.
I gotta say, we are slowly growing. You know,
actually,
followers,
dude,
viewers. We're
let me think.
I
think 50 is gonna be 1, 2
gun season.
50 is gonna be the Wednesday
before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Or the Wednesday, not before Thanksgiving falls on like the 28th. It's gonna be the Wednesday following opening weekend.
So we actually have a full week before. We actually have a full week and a half before. Wasn't last year Thanksgiving like the week after opening day?
Yeah, like 4 days after.
Because the opening day was the 18th, wasn't it?
Yeah, the way it fell last year. Yeah, because Thanksgiving this year is on 28th. So you got 12 full days before Thanksgiving.
What'd Bo say?
Oh, sorry.
Nate, you mounting that deer? If not, why didn't you do a skull mount? No, I'm getting him mounted. I brought him to Perez.
Yeah, got the skull plate out of him from Perez.
Yeah.
So Andy's comment back in. Sorry we missed it up there, Andy, when we were screwing on with the audio. Friday the hot morning. I think Saturday is, but we were talking right before we went live. I think I'm going to take Friday off as well to hunt Friday morning.
Well, I think the big temperature drop is
Friday morning.
Thursday evening to Friday morning.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about the first day of the drop is the wind gets switchy because everything's volatile. I like that day after the drop, like the morning after the drop.
What's
after the drop morning, if that makes sense?
I like that more bluebird sky mornings.
Yeah, because Friday morning is still going to be like 55 according to my phone.
Yeah,
so if you're so this is a great illustration. If you guys are looking at a high low, the low it looks like a timeline. The low is the starting temperature for the Thursday. You know, if you're looking at like a high and low on a forecast chart, like it goes up and then the low of that day is actually Thursday's starting temperature, if that makes sense. So we're not going to get that. I might actually
Sunday.
In reality, not hunt the Friday, but hunt Saturday, Sunday. Probably even maybe on Monday we got rain, if I can toughen out the rain. For where I am anyway. This might change for where you are. But Saturday, Sunday, I'm definitely being in a tree. Friday afternoon, because it's going to be west-northwest, and then Sunday switching on south-southeast. So we're getting a volatile shift around because we're due for another big warm-up Tuesday, another big dump going into the end of next week right now. So, you know, looking ahead on the timeline. But I think Saturday, Sunday is going to be phenomenal. Friday afternoon on food will be pretty good if you're going out.
Saturday, Sunday morning.
Sunday afternoon, I think there'll be a lot of deer on food before that rain Monday overnight into Monday morning. Mm-hmm. And then Monday morning will be solid too if you're looking at taking a long weekend. I've always done really well on the 3rd and 4th of November. I think I've killed $3 on those 2 days.
And I love calling in Mondays.
Mondays. And then
I hate Tuesdays.
But then again, Mondays. Dude, we're back up to almost 75 next Tuesday is what it says. So that's going to kick around and have a warm front. So if you have like an odd wind spot for Monday or even Sunday, it's showing southeast now.
What's the overcast looking like Saturday and Sunday mornings?
Partly. So you're not going to get that bluebird,
you're not gonna get
as much high pressure bluebird.
That pull.
Yeah, you're not going to get that thermal pull for some of my spots. But I think I can find a couple spots to sit.
Yeah.
A couple downwinds bettings, and you'll just
Saturday,
be flipping
Sunday
around.
mornings.
Yep.
Actually, they're cruising everywhere right now. Just get in the tree.
Get between betting, downwind side of betting, downwind side of it. And
I don't care if it's 80 degrees. They're moving.
Yeah, I'm sure cameras right now are lighting up for folks. I mean, I love this. Will be probably like the first Halloween that I'm not sitting. I can't sit in a tree when it's 82 degrees in the afternoon, dude, in late October.
That's tough.
And this is the first year my wife's dressing up Nora for stuff, so I will not be out tomorrow.
You probably should be there for that.
Yep, got to.
I'm going to be out.
I think my dad said he's going to go out because he's still got the good south wind and he's got good 1 year data.
You're not, yeah, he's got to shoot your buck.
I hope he does. I hope he calls me and he's like, hey, we need you and whatever my wife decides to dress Nora up in. We got like 9 outfits from my mom and Hannah combined buying, outfits for her. So we've tried on a million different things for her right now for the first Halloween outfits. But good news is, I guess Hannah says she's going to be dressed as a deer. So I will have a deer walking around with me that night, just not. Well, maybe we'll go take a picture with Grandpa's deer. There it is. So thank you, everyone, for supporting us with 100 Proof Whitetails. Episode 47 is in the books. Tune in next week for episode 48. We got a couple people that are actually kind of chomping at the bit now to get on. We got to have Dylan and Ryan on. We got to have Caleb on. Mm-hmm. So whether we do a big round table with the couches or something, or split them up, So I think 4 is about as comfortable as we can get here at this kind of set.
We split them up.
I think we split them up too.
We split them up. Caleb on one.
Get everybody their show.
Dylan another.
Yep. So, all right. Thank you guys. Good luck. Be safe. Shoot straight. Wear your orange hat if you're going out with your crossbow. Be super safe because that is the new rifle.
That is the new rifle. And Bo, don't forget to message us. We'll get this mailed out to you.
Congratulations, everyone, and good luck. And go kill one on this sit alert.
Yeah.
Like Bo did last sit alert. Proof's in the pudding.
And I did.
And trust the coin. If you can't decide between 2 stands,
flip the coin.
Flip the coin.
It's got to be a quarter, though.
Got to be a quarter.
You can't flip a penny. You can't flip a dime. You can't flip a nickel. Got to be a quarter.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
See you.